If I were to tell you that committing to a dedicated, targeted exercise routine after the age of 60 is not merely a good idea, but rather the single most crucial biological factor determining the quality, vitality, and true health of your later years, your measurable health span, rather than just your chronological lifespan, this would not be sensationalized hyperbole. It is, in fact, a deeply confirmed and undeniable biological reality. This consistent, strategically focused movement is the definitive, non-negotiable insurance policy for preserving your lifelong independence and functional capability, protecting you from the inevitable slide toward frailty, debilitating institutionalization, and premature reliance on external care. ####the new paradigm. Targeted movement versus generic activity. For decades, simple, unstructured walking was almost universally considered the gold standard for senior fitness, the default, feel-good prescription for maintaining general health. While walking is certainly beneficial for accumulating daily steps and sustaining basal cardiovascular function, this approach is fundamentally inadequate for actively counteracting the severe physiological toll of intrinsic aging, particularly the catastrophic loss of muscle mass and functional strength. Simple walking maintains. It does not rebuild. A landmark 2024 longitudinal study conducted by the esteemed University of Copenhagen has introduced a revolutionary finding that mandates a profound and immediate shift in that traditional thinking. The research unequivocally demonstrates that while walking remains valuable for aerobic maintenance, it is demonstrably insufficient for the critical task of rebuilding and preserving core functional strength required for robust aging. The researchers meticulously tracked the health trajectories of 8,000 individuals over the age of 60, seeking to isolate the true, high-leverage drivers of physical renewal. The key, transformative moment in the study occurred when participants transitioned their regimen from simple, unstructured, maintenance walking to consistently incorporating 5 specific, highly targeted functional exercises into their weekly routine. The results were nothing short of a seismic shift in longevity and health metrics, fundamentally altering what scientists believe is genuinely possible in late-stage physical renewal and anti-aging intervention. The findings were staggering and challenged conventional wisdom about the inevitability of age-related decline. Debilitating fall risk plunged. Participants saw their chances of suffering a catastrophic, debilitating fall, the leading catalyst for the rapid geriatric health cascade, often leading to fracture, surgery, and long-term decline, decreased by an astounding 73%. Considering that falls are the leading cause of injury-related mortality and subsequent rapid functional decline in older adults, this 73% metric represents an unparalleled achievement in preventative health and sustaining autonomy. This is an existential reversal. Functional strength soared. Overall functional strength, the essential, practical, real-world ability to perform crucial daily tasks with effortless ease, such as lifting heavy bags of groceries, reaching into high cabinets, standing up confidently from low furniture and carrying heavy items, surged by an astonishing 99%. This nearly doubled the participants' effective physical capability, translating directly into immeasurable improvements in self-efficacy, confidence, and independence. This research was so profound and counterintuitive, demonstrating that older adults could gain strength at measurable rates previously reserved solely for younger populations, that the methodology was immediately replicated in a separate, independent cohort to confirm the integrity of the data. The results were identical, unequivocally affirming this new, highly effective fitness trajectory focused on multi-joint functional movement patterns. The benefits extended far beyond localized muscle size and core stability. Participants found that they were getting significantly more clinical benefit in substantially less time. The total required duration of their focused exercise sessions was reduced by a massive 40%, a remarkable gain in time efficiency and compliance, making the routine sustainable for a lifetime. Clinically significant, systemic improvements were also meticulously documented across critical physiological health markers, indicating deep internal changes and systemic resilience. Cardiovascular health optimization. Systolic and diastolic blood pressure improved by a substantial 31%, directly reducing the risk profile for stroke and major coronary events. This improvement reflects enhanced arterial elasticity and better vascular tone, indicating a healthier internal environment. Musculoskeletal comfort and mobility. Chronic joint pain, often cited as the primary barrier to continued movement, decreased by up to 67%. Bone health reversal. Measurable, undeniable gains were observed in crucial bone mineral density across the spine and hip. This movement actively stimulated the body's osteoblasts, bone-building cells, and combated the insidious progression of osteoporosis through strategic mechanical loading, making bones stronger and more resilient to impact. Furthermore, complementary research from Harvard Medical School has rigorously indicated that merely engaging in these types of functional movements improved life-extending biological markers, specifically telomere length, the protective caps on DNA that dictate cellular age, and mitochondrial efficiency, the powerhouse organelles of every cell, by a remarkable 42%. Scientists observed that these specific, targeted exercises effectively stimulate deep cellular renewal pathways, helping the body feel intrinsically rejuvenated and resilient from the inside out. This is the precise physiological mechanism that ensures that even at 80 or 90, your steps remain sturdy, confident, and balanced, fundamentally defying the typical expectations of age-related frailty, stumbling, and irreversible decline. The human body, when challenged with the right kind of specific multi-joint functional stimulus, possesses an incredible lifelong capacity for internal adaptation and regenerative renewal. Let us dive immediately into the detailed mechanics of these 5 essential functional exercises that are now demonstrably changing the trajectory of healthy aging worldwide. ## the 5 essential functional exercises for longevity. ###1. Wall push UPS with hold PU. This exercise often appears deceptively simple, leading many to dismiss or underestimate its profound power. However, its structured execution, particularly the slow descent and sustained hold, makes it profoundly effective for building foundational upper body functional strength and overall core stability, both vital for reacting instantaneously to a sudden loss of balance. A crucial 2023 study focusing on individuals over 60 showed that those who performed the wall push-up with hold for just 8 weeks increased their systemic body strength by 34% more than a control group engaging in generalized, untargeted exercise. This strength gain is vital because, after the age of 60, humans typically lose approximately 3% of their lean muscle mass annually, a debilitating and often fatal process scientifically termed sarcopenia. Execution details. Mastering time under tension. TUT1. Stand facing a sturdy, immovable wall, maintaining a neutral, perfectly straight posture from the crown of your head down to your heels. Point 2. Place both hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart, aligned with your shoulders. Keep your feet together or slightly apart for balance. Point 3. The lowering phase. 2 seconds, slowly lean forward, keeping your body rigid and straight, like a steel plank. 4. The hold phase. 3 to 5 seconds. Once close to the wall, hold the static, isometric position without collapsing or relaxing the tension. You must actively squeeze the muscles in your chest, shoulders, arms, and core simultaneously. This sustained effort maximizes time under tension. TUT, creating deep, intrinsic functional strength that fast or generic movements simply cannot replicate. Point 5. The return phase. 2 seconds. Finally, push back gently and deliberately over 2 seconds. The stability and proprioception bonus. The sustained holding phase. TUT, forces your entire body to accurately sense its exact location and orientation in space and maintain perfect balance, a critical sensory function called proprioception that naturally degrades with age. Research has shown that individuals performing this exercise 3 times a week for 12 weeks saw their strength improve by 41% and, crucially for accident prevention, their neurological reaction time improved by 23%. ###2. Seated leg lifts with resistance. SLLWR. While the name suggests simplicity, this is a phenomenal, highly targeted exercise specifically designed for fortifying the primary muscle groups in the legs and the entire lower kinetic chain, particularly the quadriceps and hip flexors. According to a 2024 longitudinal study, older adults who incorporated seated leg lifts with resistance into their routine increased their crucial walking speed, gait speed, by a substantial 28% and dramatically improved their ability to climb stairs, a key marker of physical autonomy, by a substantial 45%. Physicians frequently refer to walking speed as the 6th vital sign, because it is such a powerful and reliable predictor of overall systemic health. Execution details. Targeting core and quads. 1. Sit upright on a stable, sturdy chair. Ensure your back is perfectly straight, Imagine a string pulling you upward from your sternum, and both feet are flat on the floor. Point 2. Slowly lift your right leg straight out in front of you, straightening the knee as much as possible, focusing intensely on contracting and hardening the large quadriceps muscle on the front of your thigh. 3. Hold the leg suspended in the air for a challenging 5 to 10 seconds. Focus intently on maintaining complete control and stability in the lifted position. For added resistance, place a small ankle weight, 1 to 2 pounds, or a resistance band over your ankle. Point 4. Slowly and deliberately lower the leg back to the ground over 3 seconds, maintaining tension. ####3. Standing heel raises with balance challenge SHRBC. This exercise is fundamental for systematically strengthening the lower leg musculature, specifically the calf muscles and ankles, which serve as the primary stabilizers required for effective walking mechanics, maintaining equilibrium while standing, and injury prevention during unexpected movements. Strong calves are often referred to by medical experts as the second heart because their rhythmic contraction significantly improves venous return, pushing deoxygenated, pooled blood back up to the heart, effectively reducing common age-related issues like ankle and leg swelling and mitigating the risk of dangerous deep vein thrombosis, DVT, or blood clots. Execution details. Strengthening the secondary heart. 1. Stand behind a sturdy chair or countertop and hold onto the back firmly for initial support and security. Position your feet shoulder-width apart. Point 2. Elevate yourself slowly and fully onto the balls of your feet, the toes. Achieve the maximum possible height, feeling the intense, peak contraction in your calves. 3. Rise up fully and hold that peak, challenging position for a controlled 3 seconds, focusing specifically on maintaining your balance and alignment through the ankles without wobbling. Point 4. Slowly and deliberately lower yourself back down to the floor over 3 seconds, resisting gravity throughout the entire descent until your heels touch the floor. Research has established a profound correlation between the ability to perform high-level physical tasks and underlying biological age. Studies suggest that individuals capable of effortlessly completing 20 consecutive single-leg heel raises often maintain superior arterial flexibility and significantly reduced vascular stiffness, making their bodies appear biologically up to 15 years younger than their chronological age. ###4. Modified squats to chair MSC. The squat is universally recognized as the king of all functional movements, as it simultaneously and powerfully strengthens the hips, thighs, glutes, abdomen, and crucial stabilizing back muscles. For anyone over the age of 60, mastering this movement is non-negotiable because it directly supports independence. Execution details. The hip hinge foundation. 1. Stand directly in front of a sturdy chair, positioning your feet shoulder-width apart, with your toes pointed slightly outward. Point 2. Extend your hands straight forward for counterbalance to aid stability. Point 3. Initiate the movement by deliberately pushing your hips backward, as if you were trying to gently close a car door with your buttocks. 4. Slowly and controllably lower yourself until you lightly tap the surface of the chair. Do not fully sit down, sink your weight, or relax the tension. The moment you feel the chair, immediately reverse the direction, maintaining active engagement in your muscles. Point 5. Then, push powerfully through your heels and glutes to return to a fully standing position. A significant study revealed that individuals who performed this chair-based squat exercise just 3 times a week for 6 weeks saw a substantial 47% increase in their lower body power. More advanced MRI research indicates that the complex, coordinated movement of the squat actively engages and stimulates the brain's movement control center, the motor cortex, fundamentally strengthening the neurological connection between the mind and the muscles. ###5. Bird Dog Hold Progression, BDHP. The bird dog is a holistic, multifaceted movement that addresses multiple areas absolutely crucial for healthy, active aging. Dynamic core stability, deep spinal health, cognitive improvement, and the foundational strengthening of bones density. Execution details. Anti-rotational stability. 1. Start on a yoga mat or soft surface on your hands and knees, ensuring your spine is neutral and straight, and your core is gently engaged.
Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. 2.
Simultaneously extend your right arm straight forward and your left leg straight back, creating a single straight line from your fingertips to your heel. 3. Hold this perfectly balanced position for 5 seconds. Focus intently on resisting the natural urge to rotate, twist, or shift your hips. The goal is complete rigidity and stillness across the torso. Point 4. Return slowly to the starting position and repeat the process on the opposite side. For a profound challenge and superior neurological benefit, after several weeks of confident practice, try performing the exercise with your eyes closed. This powerfully stimulates and enhances your vestibular balance system, forcing deep stabilization. When you are ready for the advanced version, actively push your extended hand and foot further away from your body. #### the path forward. Consistency and progress. These 5 functional exercises collectively address the primary physiological weaknesses universally associated with aging: compromised balance and proprioception, severe muscle atrophy, sarcopenia, bone softening, and decreased neurological coordination. They rebuild the body where it matters most, at the very core of functional independence. The commitment required is remarkably minimal. Just 20 to 25 minutes of focused, targeted effort 3 or 4 times per week. The most critical message is this: perfection is irrelevant. Relentless progress is paramount. Start exactly where you are today. Your body adapts rapidly and powerfully. The scientific literature confirms that it is, unequivocally, never too late to begin this journey of physical renewal. Studies have documented significant physical improvements even in participants as old as 90. Thank you for watching and for visiting the channel. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to stay updated. We will meet again in the next video. Take care of yourself and your health.